think it would change the president.
Oh goody, he's finally asking political questions for me to react to. Let's see where we go with this.
Light-skinned tatted man to be in jail.
For what? No victim, no crime. They ain't hurting nobody, let the man be.
But you?
Yeah,
Oh, I'd like to see you try.
I changed the age to 18.
Beast. Not only do I agree with her, but the Libertarian Party's platform actually elaborates on that under adult right responsibilities within section 1.6 of the party's platform. Once individuals are presumed to have adequate judgment to vote and serve on a jury or in the military, they should also be presumed to have sufficient judgment to decide their own purchase and use of alcohol, tobacco, firearms, cannabis, and engage in other activities currently restricted by the government due to age. 18 sounds like a good standard age by which the law defines you as an adult to me.
I would decriminalize all drugs.
Also agree with that. I'm just not going to read this part out loud to you. Go ahead and pause and read if you'd like to. Oh, by the way, I am going to be running for Baton Rouge Metro Council next year, District 12, which includes Tigerland. And I do intend to lower the drinking age to 18 and decriminalize all drugs, so... Oh, and I'll also be pardoning anyone who's currently serving time for such victimless crime.
In the world, just straight up ended. Everybody just everything.
Somebody snatched that wig off of him. That bald-headed motherfucker has the exact same smirk. No, seriously, tell me he ain't the same person. Thor, Odin's son, protector of mankind. Please aim for the head this time.
Get the reparations.
What's that?
Okay, that may sound good on paper, but realistically, how are we going to pay for that? Because if it's going to be tax dollars, guess what? You're paying for your own reparations in that case. So am I, even though I've never owned slaves in my life. Then you have to account for all the people who immigrated here after the abolition of slavery. Their tax dollars are going to be paying for it too. On paper, it sounds like the moral thing to do, but realistically, the best solution for that is going to be tax dollars, which I completely oppose as a libertarian. I don't even think we should be taxing people on their income to begin with. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, tax the rich. First of all, they're just going to create loopholes that they will then exploit to avoid the taxation. Then you have to consider the fact that just because somebody's rich does not mean they are a descendant of slave traders. So even taxing the rich isn't going to work too well for that.
Ever dated a student athlete, you will receive compensation.
You're the one who dated the student athlete. It takes two to tango. You are just as liable as they are. If you dated a student athlete and realized that it's not your cup of tea, cut your losses and move on. You're not owed shit.
You'll be able to be stay-at-home moms and get paid for it.
Bullshit! According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the highest paid workers are often married men with kids. And men still are the primary financial provider in 70% of relationships. Hell, scroll through that man's channel long enough, you're still going to see that the majority of women still expect men to be providers. As much as women like to whine about the wage gap, they still have the same opportunity to earn just as much as men, they just choose not to. Instead, they would rather date somebody who's going to take care of them and the kids. And let's be honest with ourselves, if somebody else is paying your bills, putting a roof over your head, and putting food on your table, you don't need to be paid shit. You are a grown adult who is being taken care of by another grown adult. Taking care of household chores and children is literally the bare minimum you can do when somebody else is paying for your lifestyle. And to be perfectly honest, in a way, single mothers who still have contact with their ex are already paid to do nothing by their ex under Title 4D of the United States Social Security Act, which is the foundation of child support in each and all 50 states. And it is built on the principles of non-custodial parents, not deadbeats. Non-custodial means you legally do not have custody of your kids, not that you left your kids. Then there's the fact that for every dollar a non-custodial parent pays into the child support system, the states are given about 60 cents back in form of reimbursement for aid. Never mind the fact that we're already getting screwed over on income tax left and right. Never mind the fact that we already got to pay court fees. Now, they need reimbursements from the federal government, too. Reimbursements that actually encourage them to maximize the number of non-custodial parents paying into the child support system. And because men still out-earn women in 70% of families, women have absolutely no reason to stay loyal to their husband because they're going to get paid if they leave anyway. That's why they file for 70% of divorces. This is the whole reason why most modern feminists are violently anti-capitalist and pro-socialist. It's not because they believe in workers' rights or a free society or an equal society. It's because they feel entitled to things that they are unwilling to work for and earn themselves. To quote Thomas Sowell, what is your fair share of someone else's work? So fellas, if I can give you one piece of advice, don't date broke women. If she won't split a check, she won't split custody of the kids, and she will exploit you for every penny she can get in the event of divorce. Investing is for stocks, not thoughts. I'm Libertarian Jesus. Follow me to keep in touch for my future campaign in 2024 for Baton Rouge Metro Council Seat 12.